Hello guys, welcome. Recently I have discovered GNU M4. It's a macro processing language and I am super excited about it. The capability it provides. I think we would be able to utilize it with all kind of programming language, and here we need to do code generation, and as a web developer we can also utilize it as a component based system. So let me show you how we can leverage GNU M4 for component based deployment for your HTML markup. If I open my source folder and this one component, all right, defined some custom macros for upcase, downcase, and to space and capitalize. On this one line, I have defined another macro with the name of playlist item, and what it would generate for me is this one HTML mark. So if I do HTML mode, when you jump to frameworks like React or either Vue, there are some notion of passing props to your component. So in this one, what we can do for achieving the similar result, you can pass as this one $1. It means that we are passing the first argument here, first argument value, and on this one section what we are doing, that we are passing our first argument, then suffixing it with this one underscore name, and as we have defined earlier, this one capitalized macro, we are making use of this one capitalized macro here. So let me show you how we can utilize this one macro in our another file. Do this one, I think it's in the pausing.html file, we have included this one part. So yeah, here it goes. On this one line, as you can see, we are including that one HTML file there, so that it knows the definition of what the playlist item should generate, and then we are just entering this one playlist item, and we are passing one argument, one parameter to it with the name of playlist1. And when I do I think we are in capacitor, we are in source directory, yeah, it was M4 browsing.html and check output, yeah, define ignore on playlist item. On this one playlist item, I think there's some issue we are facing with. I think we need this one causing the main issue. Yeah, now I need to open this one file here, check output.html, and let me show you what it has generated for me. In the place where I have just this one playlist item macro, it has been replaced by my macro with the argument goes here, and again argument suffixed with this one underscore name, and here since we have capitalized this one argument, first argument our, so it have capitalized this one playlist, or even if I could give these two files, source component, and I will go to this one browsing.html, and original file would be output.html. You can see this one two line has been added into this one file browsing.html, and on check output.html it's been replaced by this one. So yeah, I find M4 to be a general purpose macro processing that you can leverage it as in with another language or any sort of tool. We are not limited by that. My initial approach was to give a try to Astro for component generation, but there I have some trouble, and the trouble was that if I did list item in Astro, if I would pass this one a sort of component, this one sort of markup for component, then what it would do by default, and I even tried to configure that part of functionality, that if I pass any attribute here that either swipeable, then what it would do by default, that it would say something like, by default it has been doing something like swipeable browser 2, and which is not giving me the exact result what I am extracting as a part. So that's where I came to utilize M4 macro, and so far it has worked for me. With another new UI, I have been trying to build a cross hybrid application for mobile. That's where I needed some kind of bootstrapping HTML markup into reusable code snippets. I am amazed by how this sort of tools has already been developed for a quite long time, and it's quite robust. Even I could invoke system command with my M4 macros and do a lot more stuff that than what I am limited by some kind of React based or Astro based or this sort of HTML templating and component based framework and the libraries out there. So yeah, that's been for this one video. See you in next video. Thanks for watching.